now it's time to actually get to work. I mean, this is what I want to do. This is the part I'm most excited about is actually, putting on this gear, going out there on the field. So got that opportunity today, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Did your family and your crew go back home, or are they still?
Yeah, no, they went back home. Everybody's back home, and it's time to get to work now.
Did you ever dream that you could say you were one of the stories of the draft and how that all kind of transpired, and then even your emotional moments?
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely didn't plan it, didn't expect it, I mean, you just waiting. You never know what to expect, but everything just happened so fast. You back there waiting, you get the call, and then it's like everything else goes out the window. It's like your dream comes to reality. So at that point, everything was just lined up, and you just get to enjoy the experience, and happy that, everything went the way it was because, I mean, that was one of the best days of my life for sure.
The emotions, as high as they were when we saw you last, how long did it take for it to kind of return back to, okay, this has happened, and process that and really think about the road ahead now?
Yeah, it was really, I mean, it didn't take that much longer. Obviously, after you get drafted, you get the call and you start getting your schedule and getting ready to come back out here. And at that point, you realize, all right, that was good, but it's time to get to work. And, it's just a switch that you have to make.
I was talking to your defensive coordinator yesterday. We talked about football a little bit. Mostly he just kept talking about your work ethic, your dedication, that you do all the right things and all that. Where did that more professional mindset come from?
Yeah, just early on at Texas, just kind of going through everything, knowing what I wanted to be. I know I wanted to be a great player, but just learning what it takes to get there. And at Texas, I really just learned what it takes. And at that point, once you figure out the recipe, you just go all in on it. And that's all it was for me is just learning how to, trust the process and then work hard. Like everybody says about working hard, but like, are you really like waking up every day and finding a way to get better? And that's what I learned at Texas, and then that's what's carried me to my time up here.
Is that from being with the older guys when you were young? That mindset of doing?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people, coaches, and everybody that I learned from at Texas. But for me, I'll just say it was trial and error. Just being the young guy coming in at Texas, wanting to be great, but just sitting there and sitting back and learning from everybody else. And I was just a sponge, and at that time I didn't really know, but now looking back on it, it all paid off.
Barryn, we saw on the video Matthew posted, you guys posing for a picture last Thursday night after he got drafted. Were you just waiting at his hotel for him until he got back?
Yeah, so obviously, that's my boy, and we was out here, and yeah, he got drafted. Didn't know how things was going to turn out, so I definitely want to see him one time before, he goes, and I go wherever I went, but the way things turn out, I guess we're going to see each other a lot more, so couldn't be more thankful for that.
Did you let him know, hey, I'll see you soon, not knowing obviously if you could drafted here, maybe it's a possibility.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was like we dapped up, it was like 1 a.m. So at that point, obviously I didn't get drafted yet, so I got to wake up the next day and get ready for what I have to do. So at that point, it's just like, all right, bro, I waited for you, and we'll talk, see you later. But happy that I get to play with him every day now.
What was that first conversation like with him after you got drafted, when it was official?
Yeah, for me, man, it's funny because he was the first person that called me, the first person I answered. I talked to him when I was going on the golf cart to the facility, man. It was just like, it was just such a surreal moment. It was just like both of our dreams came to reality, and like Matt is a guy that like we obviously didn't know how things were going to turn out now, but we just built a relationship at Texas. We're literally riding to practice together every day, just talking about the grind, talking about what his dreams were, talking about what my dreams were, and then for both of us to come to the same place and the way we did, definitely wanted to take in that moment with him.
When you transitioned from the euphoria of draft day to now, you've talked a couple times about how it's time to get to work. What has yesterday and today been like, and how much are you looking forward to tomorrow being on the field?
Man, it's been great. You just realize that, you're finally here. Like you said, draft day and everything, it was a blessing. It was great, but it was, it was a lot. And time to actually, put my cleats in the ground, put my hand in the dirt and do what got me here. So for me, I'm just excited to, go out there. I'm out there practicing in Green Bay Packers gear. Like, it don't really get better than that to me. You learn about the tradition of this team. You learn about this organization, the people in this organization. And I'm just so happy to be a part of this. But also, I'm just happy to be playing football another day.